Yeah, good morning, children. Welcome back to the next video of the lesson Diversity of Living Organism. So, in this class, we are going to discuss about the phylum vertebrates. The vertebrates. So, these are group of animals which have notochord converted into vertebral column. Vertebral column means they have notochord in the only in the infant stage, and the notochord. You can say that notochord is converted into vertebral column during adult stage. That means the vertebral column. So notochord will be present only in infant stage, and in the adult stage, they are converted into vertebral column. See here, like so if this is a body of a living organism, so vertebral column will be here. Vertebral column will be here, and inside the vertebral column, the spinal cord will be there. Spinal cord or nerve tube. So, and this nerve tube is actually protected by vertebral column. Here. So, this is the give example of human brain. So, this is human brain and spinal cord, and this is protected by vertebral column like this. See, this structure is called vertebral column. So, this is brain, spinal cord, and the spinal cord is protected by the vertebral column. So this is the main identifying characteristics of a phylum vertebrata. Phylum vertebrata. Understood? See, body is divided into head, trunk, and tail. So body, if we take fish come under this group of animals. Take fish. Take see head. This is trunk region, tail region. So common. So like this is common. Body divided to head, trunk, and tail. Understood? Then the complete. They have complete digestive system, nervous system, digestive system, nervous system, reproductive system, circulatory system, all systems will be present, well Means body is well designed. There are many tissues, nervous tissues, there are muscular tissues, there bone tissues, there cartilage tissues, there muscular tissues. All these tissues makes organs. So all organ systems will be there. Means it is well developed living organism which come under the kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia. Is it clear? So these are the most common characters I tell you. So dorsal nerve cord, gill slits, presence of RBC, red blood cells, well developed, all systems are well developed. Reproduction happens by sexual method. Sexual method is common here because these are unisexual animals. Unisexual animals means they have only one sex organs in the body. Animals which have only one sex organ in the body is called as unisexual. That is called sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism means, so if the animal is, we can identify the male and female. That is called sexual dimorphism. So that sexual dimorphism can be seen because they are unisexual animals. So these are the some specific characteristics of the vertebrates. So only in the infant stage they have a notochord. Later on, this notochord is converted into vertebral column in the adult stage. Understood? So vertebrates are divided into first class fishes, class amphibia, class reptiles, class aves, class mammals. So we are going to study about all the specific character of this group of animals. Understood? This group of animals. Is it clear? So this is about the phylum vertebrates. So next we will see the first class of this group, that is class fishes. So we'll see the identifying character of the class fishes. Class fishes. These are purely aquatic. In nature. So identifying character. These are aquatic. Without water, they cannot complete their life cycle. So these are aquatic vertebrates. So can tell colorful vertebrates. Every color fishes are there. Diverse group of organisms with colorful vertebrates. Is any type of color if you take, there are fishes. So uniqueness is there in this. So no doubt they are triploblastic, coelomates, all that. So all the characteristics we have seen in the vertebrates, they are seen here. So we'll see the specific character only. Body is divided head, trunk, and tail. And tail. So let this body is divided: head, trunk, and tail. Body is covered by scales. These are the special structure. They are called scales. They have paired and unpaired fins. Fins means which helps in swimming, locomotion, locomotory organ, locomotory organs. They have gills for breathing and operculum which covers the gills. Operculum which covers the gills. I'll show you the diagram. Then there is an opening called opening like structure called operculum. I told you body is divided into head, trunk, and tail. This is tail. So this structure is called as operculum. Operculum. And here inside this there will be gills, which helps in breathing. So the water enters from the mouth. This is mouth. The water enters from the mouth and comes goes to the gills and comes out by operculum. Operculum is an opening, opens when the water enters to the mouth, towards the mouth, and it goes to the gills, and from the gills it comes to the operculum, and the operculum open up, and water will be coming out of the body. During that time, they absorb the oxygen. This will help in exchange of gases. Exchange of gases and breathing. That's it. So operculum. These gills are covered by operculum. This is the identifying character of this group of animal. I told you they have paired and unpaired fins. ರೆಕ್ಕೆಗಳು. So each ರೆಕ್ಕೆಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತೇವೆ ಈಗ. This is caudal fin. Caudal fin. C-A-U-D-A-L. Caudal fin. This is dorsal fin. This is ventral fin. Ventral fin. This is pectoral fin. Pectoral fins are paired, both sides, which help in the swimming and balancing the body during the swimming. This pectoral fin, actually. See, body is spindle, and this is pectoral. So this is also ventral fin or pelvic fin. It is called. That is also actually paired. This caudal fin is unpaired. Means it is not having a pair. And dorsal fin, it is an unpaired fin. Ventral fin. This is a paired fin. This is also paired fin, which helps in swimming and balancing of the body. And tail fin actually helps in changing the direction. So that is the function of the fins. Body is spindle shaped. Spindle shaped means, or you can call it a streamlined body. Streamlined. Streamlined body. Streamlined body means the body is sharp. Sharp at both the ends here. Sharp body. Pointed end. Pointed body. So pointed body, a spindle shaped body helps in the swimming easily in the water. Understood? Circulatory system is complete with two chamber, complete with two chambered heart. Two chambered heart. Heart is made up of two chamber. Ours is four chamber. In human it is four chamber. The fishes is two chamber. Nervous system. The nervous system is complete with brain, spinal cord, and 10 pairs of cranial nerves. Cranial nerves means in the sense the nerves which arise from the brain. The nerves which arise from the brain, they are called as cranial nerves. Cranial nerves. Understood? So this is about the characteristics. Then these are oviparous. Oviparous means the animal which lays egg. Animals which lay egg. Egg-laying animals are called as oviparous. Oviparous. See, fertilization already, you know fertilization. What is fertilization? I told you. Fusion of male gamete with female gamete. So, fertilization happens externally. Fertilization is external. In the sense, the sperm and egg fuses outside the body of the female. That is called as external fertilization. External fertilization is a fertilization in which actually the male fuses with the female gamete outside the body of the female. In the water only the fertilization happens. That's why external fertilization. And growth. Growth is also external. So, in our say, I'll give you an example of fertilization. External, you know it. Internal fertilization means what? If the fertilization happens inside the body of the female, male gamete fuses with the female gamete inside the body of the female, then it is called as internal fertilization. In human, it is internal fertilization, and growth also is internal only. So 9 months we will be growing in our mother's womb. We will be growing in a uterus, mother's womb, uterus. So that is called internal fertilization and internal growth. Here both are external. External fertilization, external growth. That is the identifying character. So this is an identifying character. And two-chambered heart. This is an identifying character. Spindle-shaped body. This is an identifying character. So this is identifying character. This is identifying character. And scales are there like this. The body is covered by the skin for protection. So this is about the fishes. I hope you understood. One more time, these are called echolothermic animals. Echolothermic animals. Echolothermic animals. Sorry. Echolothermic animals. Echolothermic animals means cold-blooded animals. One more thing, cold-blooded animals. Cold-blooded animals. Or echolothermic animals means here these animals body temperature changes according to the changes in the environment. It sets its body temperature according to the temperature of the environment. So it can change its body temperature. There is no fixed body temperature. So we have a fixed body temperature. Our fixed normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. If it is more than that or less than that, we cannot tolerate that temperature. Understood? So here, but fishes are not like that. They actually tolerate. They change their body temperature according to the changes in the environment. So fluctuating body temperature. Those animals are called as echolothermic animals. I hope you understood the class fishes. So if you understood this, most common character will be having to the MBBS also. Next group also. So go through the textbook and read the textbook and try to understand the things. Okay. Is it clear? So echolothermic animals. This is also identifying character of fishes. So any doubts? If you have any doubt, please ask now. If you understood the concept, please raise your hands so that I can go to the next concept. Okay then. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, no doubt. Okay then. Yeah, no doubt. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. So next class will be maths class handled by Soma Mataji. Thank you.